pretty much, so this is pretty much gonna be What If Naruto Was a Full Uzumaki Part 2. In the last part, we had Naruto training under Danzo, Might Guy, Shisui, learning Uzumaki clan techniques, different things like that. And he passed the exams, became Rick of the Year. He found Kyrene, she become Rick of the Year for the girls and all that. So hold up, just hold up. We're gonna come into this thing slow. Sight, you already know I gotta come up with an up-tempo beat. I just playing, but so Naruto would go to Danzo. A day later, he would go to Danzo, saying, Danzo, I passed the Genin exams. I'm gonna be a great person to help the Leaf, just like you always wanted me to. And then Danzo would say, that's my boy. I know you can become what I envisioned for the Leaf to become. Strong, resilient, and unwavering. And Naruto would say, you said you had a present for me if I passed? Danzo would say, of course. He would say, we have to do surgery. Naruto would say, what for? Danzo would be like, you'll see then. They put that methazine in Naruto. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called a methazine. It's like what make you go to sleep during surgery and don't feel pain and stuff. So they would pull Naruto's left eye out. And then they'll put a Sharingan in there. A one-Tomoe Sharingan. And then Naruto would say, open his eye. He would say, a Sharingan, where did you get this from, Danzo? And then he would say, don't worry about that, Naruto. Just know you have one now. And then Naruto would say, thanks. And then Danzo would say, great. Naruto would say, can I tell the Hokage? He would say, sure. And then he would tell the Hokage would say, do you have a problem with having a Sharingan? He would say, no, it's a present from Danzo. And it can help me a lot. And then the Hokage would say, okay, I won't punish Danzo then. And Naruto walked to Karin and showed her. He said, you can't tell anyone else about this. And then Karin would say, okay. Later that night, a bunch of villagers would be throwing rocks in Naruto's window. Naruto would wake up saying, Karin, wake up. One of the rocks would hit Karin and knock her off the bed. Naruto would say, no. He would say, Karin. He would go over, he would see Karin. He would say, Karin. Of course, she would be unconscious for a little bit. His two-Tomoe Sharingan would glare. He would say, no, Karin, please. He would be crying, getting angrier and angrier. He was about to force the cell open and let the nine tails loose. But then Karin said, "It's okay, Naruto. Please calm down." All his bloodlust would go away. He would say, "Karin, are you okay? Please." And then Karin would say, "Yes, Naruto, I'm okay." Naruto would say, "1 second." He says, "It's not safe for us. I need to tell the Hokage, ask the Hokage, can I put cells around the house?" And then she would say, okay. Later that night, he would push the villagers out. He would tell his Wolfpack summon to guard the house. And then when they saw wolves run out the house, all of the villagers would start running. He would ride on the alpha wolf. He would say, "Can you take me to the Hokage's office?" It would say, "Sure." "Where is it?" He would point north. And then he would make it to the Hokage's office. He would say, "Hokage, villagers just tried to break into my apartment. And they knocked Karin out unconscious for minutes." And then Hokage would say, "Oh my." And then Naruto said, "I have to put cells on my house for protection of me and Karin." And then Hokage would say, "Go ahead, Naruto." For the next day, Naruto would be straight working, putting the cells all over the house. Traps, restriction, no see-through seals and all that. When they were walking through the villagers called Karin the QB slut. Not the QB slut, but the demon slut. And as soon as he heard this, he came up and jacked up the village. He said, "She's not a slut. And I'm not a demon. I'm just a Jinchuriki." And he threw the person into a wall. Karin saw how fast Naruto came to pretty much come in her defense. And then she was happy. She was like, he really does care about me. And he said, "I'm going to tell Naruto." And then Naruto, he said, "We can keep going, Karin." And then they got groceries and stuff. Things like that. They went back home, and then the Hokage came to the knocked on the door. He said, "Can I come in?" Naruto said, "Sure." Naruto laying down on the couch while Karin is in the kitchen. She just sitting down, doing a little word post. Then he would say, the team, the team choices are happening. The team choices are happening in about in a couple hours. And Naruto would say, "Oh, okay." They would Naruto and Karin would take a shower. Not together. Please don't be thinking weird. Oh my god, I hate folks who be thinking weird in the comment sections. And then they will get dressed and all that. They will go to the team selection, and then he said, "I hope I don't be on a team with that pink-haired Benchy and that Sasuke kid." And then it said Naruto. It said Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Hanara, and Sai. Naruto said, "Thank you, God." And then it said Naruto Uzumaki and Kari Uzumaki will be on the team with Uncle Mitarashi. And Naruto said, "Uncle, not the interrogation specialist, Uncle." And then all the students said, "Ha ha, that's why you have the worst joining captain." And Naruto said, I have to leave you back there. Sasuke has the worst team captain. He's late always. I'd rather be trained to the brink of death than not be trained at all." And then Sasuke said, "What?" And he said, "You'll see. Kakashi won't be here for at least an hour or two." Naruto left with Anko, and they went to the top. 2 hours later, Kakashi finally showed up. Sasuke said, "Naruto was right." And Kakashi said, "Oh, mm-hmm." He would get that little eye smile. But back to Naruto. Naruto and Karin will both tell their likes and dislikes and their dreams. Naruto will be like, "I love ramen, Karin's food, helping friends, and protecting the leaf. I hate people who don't take their life as ninja seriously. People who are too weak, Naruto would say, "I know it's okay to be weak, but it's not okay to stay weak." And he would say, I hate people who stay weak." And then Uncle would say, "Good perspective." And then Naruto would say, "My dream is to become Hokage and become someone who can make who can make the world peaceful." And then she would say, "A 13-year-old thinking like a Kage." And like I remember they saying that Itachi had Kage level, like thinking like he can make decisions that a Kage would make. That's how Naruto kind of is in this one. He thinks more about the leaf than he does about himself. And then Karin would say, "I like Naruto, ramen, and I like to train. I hate people who make fun of me and Naruto because of our hair, and people who think we're different just because of our hair." Then she would say, "My dream is to become a strong kunoichi, a wife." And then she would look at Naruto, and then she would pretty much say, and that's pretty much it. And then Uncle would say, "Oh, well, that's okay." So Uncle already know that Karin really likes Naruto. So she was like, "I'm gonna put her through my special training. And I'm gonna get her and that boy together." So Naruto will bring a scroll to the Hokage. Hold up, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Hold up, let me wait. Now we have to do the bell test. So Uncle would say, this is gonna be a kind of a different type of bell test. And then Uncle said, "Here goes Dango." And then I would say, "Dango, what for?" She would say, "This is my Dango. You have to keep it away from me for an hour. And Dango's one of my favorite foods, so you might want to get going." And then Naruto said, "Wow." Naruto did hide like a mole technique till he got all the way under the Hokage's office. Uncle would show up 10 minutes later, and Naruto would say, "What?" Karin would be on her own side, and then she would be running through the old Senju district. And her and Naruto would both meet up in front of the Nara clan house, house, houses. Uncle would pop up and then she would say, "Time's almost up." It would be 5 minutes left, and then she would say, "My uncle's gonna get cold in 5 minutes." No, she jumped at Naruto. Naruto threw it to Karin, and then they were pretty much just playing hot potato for about 2 minutes. Then she said no. She tried to jump straight on Naruto. Said Uzumaki chakra chain. He pushed the chakra chain out of his hand, which grabbed it, and then he passed it to Karin. Her holding her chakra chain. She shot it all the way up into the sky as far as she can. In about 30 seconds, it was coming toward the ground. And then Naruto jumped as high as he could and caught it. He started running. Uncle tackled him. Naruto flicked it back and gave it to Karin. 3, 2, 1, ding, 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 ding. And then Uncle would say, "Well, I guess you two passed." And then Naruto and Karin would say, "I guess we did." And then she would say, "Great job, you two." And then they would say, "Thanks, Uncle." So, yeah. And then that's pretty much, yeah. So he would go, so later on that day, he would go to the Hokage, Hiruzen, and then he would say, "Hiruzen, here, I have to show you something." Then Hiruzen would say, yeah. He would show Hiruzen a book of the 700 swords, and he would say, "Yeah, I know. The Mists have some of the strongest swordsmen." Then he would say a book of Uzumaki swords, and he would say, "What?" And Naruto would say, "Exactly." And then he would say, "All of these swords are made out of the same type of metal." Then Naruto would say, "Most likely the Mizukage of that era had a great Uzumaki refiner to build this." And then the Hokage would say, "Why are you telling me this?" Naruto would say, "I'm getting all the swords back because they are Uzumaki. They belong to Uzumaki." Then he would say, "Whoa, hold up, Naruto. You know you can start a war." And Naruto said, "I'm strong." He would say, "You're not strong as a Kage." And Naruto would say, "You're right." Then he would say, "Okay." He would say, "I'll give up." For the next 2 months, Uncle would be training Karin. She'd how to set her seijutsu, how to populate, how to interrogate. But before this, Karin would actually confess her love to Naruto. The first day after being front of the team, she would say, well, Naruto," and then Naruto would say, "Yeah." She would say, I like you, like you." And Naruto, but she would say, well, I kinda like you the same way." And then she would say, "Really?" Naruto would say, "Yes. Do you want to be my girlfriend?" And then Karin would say, "Of course, Naruto." And her and Naruto would both say, "Yeah." So now they'll be boyfriend and girlfriend. They will be learning, doing different things like that. And then, swoosh, you see a hawk flying through the air as fast as it can to the Hokage. The Hokage says, "Alert all teams." And he pressed like a button that goes to the is on auto Johnny, and then they be like a special message from the Hokage. Everybody's on the mission except for Naruto's team, and then Naruto teams go. They say, "What's wrong, Hokage? Kakashi Hatake needs help. This is at least the S rank mission. He has an S rank ninja fighting Kakashi." And then Uncle says, "Oh, yes sir, we'll be right on it." So they're on their way there, going as fast as they can. Just they pushing it. They get there and they see Zabuza in motion. Naruto said, "The 7 ninja swordsman of the mist." He said, "I'll handle this." And then Uncle said, "Please, you're a Guinean." Naruto said, "I might be a rank of Guinean, but I'm not the level of a Guinean." And then Uncle said, "Huh?" Naruto pulled out his katana. He said, "Uchiha style Halo dance." And he was doing the Uchiha style Halo dance, gently moving towards Zabuza. And then he would just be cutting Zabuza's sword. Zabuza wouldn't know how to counter it, as I would say, because not many Uchiha knew the Uchiha style Halo dance. So he would just pretty much be on the defense. He would say, "Now Kakashi." Kakashi would say, Chidori. Naruto would say, wow, that's cool. Then Naruto would say, Rasengan. Kakashi would say, what? Naruto would say, yeah, I know who my father is and everything, and the Hokage gave me the scroll to learn this jutsu. I actually been practicing it for years, and then Kakashi would say, what? And Naruto would say, Rasengan. And then Naruto would plant his foot, turn it swiftly, and then he would hit Haku dead in the heart with a Rasengan. And then Kakashi would say, how did you know? He would say, hiding in the trees. Kari is a great sensory ninja after all. And then Kakashi would say, oh. And he would kill Zabuza. When Gato them showed up, Uncle said, my prey. And then she launched at them and brutally murdered all of them. It was too gruesome for the people to even see. And Naruto said, all done. They said, all done what? Naruto gave them grades and everything, but he said, I'm keeping this sword. And he put Executioner Blade on his back. Sasuke said, that's my sword. Naruto said, do you want to fight me for it? And then Sasuke said, let's go. Naruto said, you know you tired from fighting, right? I only use one move, and that's the Uchiha style Halo dance, which doesn't cost much chakra, if any at all. And then Sasuke would say, what? And then Naruto said, exactly. They would go back to they would pretty much go back to Konoha. Naruto would go to the Hokage immediately, telling him that he found the Execution Blade. The Hokage would say, you found it, so what do you want to do with it? Naruto would say, I really want to use it, but if you think it can cause war, I will send it back to the Mizukage. And then the Hokage said, it shouldn't cause much war, because the person we got it from is a rogue ninja. And then Naruto would say, okay, sir. And then Hokage would say, the Chunin exam is in 2 weeks. And then Naruto would say, oh, okay. He would tell Karin this, and then Uncle would already have signed them up for the Naruto would train with Executioner Blade for about 2 weeks to get a handle on it of how to use it. And this will be the end of this video. Let's eat. Let's eat. Eat, cousin. Let's eat. That's the end of this video. Quay the Sage Kage will bring all of his villagers and Shinobi a new video. Maybe tomorrow, maybe today. When you get it, I don't know. But when I post it, I'll know then. Ha ha ha. Got you. And I'm leaving on a cliffhanger, guys. What will happen in the tuning exams when Naruto fail or pass? Nobody knows. Catch you guys later, though.